time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah? Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
Hello and welcome to the Thursday edition of your show. My name is Gary. I think the term buxom. Buxom, I think, can stick around for a bit. I'm your buxom host. Monday to Friday, 4 to 5 p.m., live on YouTube. Still, as far as we know, the only show doing that in Saskatoon, and we're so damn proud of that, and we're so darn grateful to have you joining us. We also make up categories that we are number one in on YouTube to start the show, like today's category. We're number one on YouTube in shows that are being produced by a man covered half in turmeric. Turmeric. Dragons on the ones and twos today. He had a little accident when he was leaving the house, and somehow, what were you spicing up? What are you cooking tonight? He was making some nice jasmine rice, and he needed some turmeric, and decided to pour it all over himself instead. And being the committed, beautiful dragon that he is, he just wore the entire outfit covered in turmeric and thought it'd be easier to tell everyone what happened instead of changing his funny up. Can you come out here? Can you come out and show everyone? Is it mean? Well, you don't have to. It's just a really funny start. We better not mess with Maggie either. Make sure she doesn't wake up. Come on over. Come on over to camera 3 here. Are you going to come up? Yeah. So if you're cooking rice, facial awareness dragon, this is what happens. You end up with a little turmeric stain. But the big question is, how's your inflammation? It does. It smells like turmeric. How's your inflammation, though? Like, I hear it really helps.
No, it's really good. Can I do the rest of the show standing here? This is actually really fun.
I don't know. I'm sort of intimidated because it does look like a pea stain. It looks like you were holding a kitten.
I was eating yellow snow again.
There. That's the one my dad always says. Hey, you gonna leave a tip? It's like, yeah, don't eat yellow snow. Dad humor. Thank you, Dragon. Number one in shows being produced by a guy covered in turmeric. Very well done. Before she gets up, we better hit up the greatest camera in the history of cameras. That camera being the Maggie Cam. She was just snoozing away, and now she is woken up. Look at her. There she is. The Maggie Cam for our fantastic pals over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer, Mike and Rochelle, along with Leroy, Maggie's boyfriend. Always there to give you the greatest, most incredible, I guess you could say, support. It's not just, well, it's an experience. The greatest, most incredible experience you will ever have in a pet store shopping. If you go after hours on the weekends, you'll see Kirsten, Char, or Chris, and they will also give you that same service you know and love from the greatest pet store in the universe, that being Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. Well done. Good job, Margaret. Thursday, we got a new episode of the All That Angst podcast dropping. I'm not sure when it's going to be live, as our main man, Network Ryan, is with our other main man, Uncle Brando. Together they are the Commander Cookout podcast. They're in Calgary this weekend. They left at 5 a.m. this morning as they got the big Magic the Gathering Canadian playdowns going on in Calgary. It's very exciting stuff. So they are there. Ryan's also the guy that posts everything, so I'm not sure when the AOA, the new episode, will be up, but be on the lookout for that. You can find it everywhere you find your audio-only podcasts, including the Spotify's and the Apple Musics. Apparently there's like 100 other ones. I don't even know what they are. Give me one more. Just said those. Tumble. You can head to Tumble and listen. You can also Google All That Angst podcast. You can find it, starring Uncle Mike and Matt from all the bands. As well, tomorrow, new episode of One Bad Podcast. Look at that. It's almost like I knew I was going to say it. See that? And we are adding another show, the debut of an amazing show. I almost went into the Trump impression like you were going to say. A lot of people say he's the best host in the history of hosting shows. There he is. Okay, I'm actually angry now. We are going to get that mic posted up over here so we can just have you talking. I'm sick of having to, see, now he's just pretending to talk. We're going to get a mic there so you can be a part of this conversation. I'm going to lay my foot down and get it done. The host of that show is sitting right beside me right now. You've met her numerous times, and she is here yet again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Emily May and Maggie.
That one's the probably cutest view. You can just go back to
Just
Maggie,
catch a
but thank
quick
you.
Maggie yawn. Hey, that was well done. How you doing, buddy?
Good, good. Thank you. Very excited for tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes.
So we've talked about the show. We've teased it. We've even played the debut episode already. We had a little sneak peek of it. And the gist of it is, you have a business. Is that right? The gist?
The gist.
What's the gist? The gist of it is, what's gist short for? Anyone know? The court jester says. Doesn't seem right. Either way, you have a business. You're a person who works incredibly hard, and no one sees that hard work that you put into said business. Emily May comes in, and she gets to see that, and we showcase that, as well as bring you back in here and getting to know you, the person behind the incredible business that you've created. How does that sound? Is that a pretty good synopsis?
That is pretty, actually spot on
Felt good.
synopsis. I really liked that. That was perfect.
And the reason you are the perfect woman for this is because this is what you want to do. You want to get out, you're personable, you want to meet people, and just like the rest of us here, you want to make the world a better place. You want to help people, and this is how we do it.
Yes. Just like the name that you don't know yet, but
Are we saying it, or are we going to wait until the debut? There was a lot of, so
Oh.
tomorrow it'll be a big
okay.
debut.
Well, either way, the name
We worked really hard on getting the damn name.
exactly.
We workshopped a lot on this, so.
It
I-
goes into
yeah.
correlation of just how nosy I am when it comes to your business. I want to know everything. But either way, it's a win-win for you, for me. I learn, you teach, show it off. It goes on the damn network, and then
Yes.
boom.
I'm
we all
thinking
win.
live commercials, or not live commercials, but commercials during the live show as well.
Yes.
As I
yeah.
have some ideas for some of that B-roll to throw something together. I think it's something real quick, like just me eating the soap and then having it say, like, don't eat the soap, Uncle Mike's. You know,
And
something
if
fun
you
like that.
exactly, if you haven't seen it and you're wondering, what is he talking about? Well, you'll have to watch it tomorrow then, because it just is that. It just is that. What is he talking about? You'll never know unless you watch it, and you be as nosy as the rest of us. Wow,
That was
that felt
good.
pretty good. Thank you.
Yeah, no, and I'm very excited because, like a lot of the people here, you also have a former career in broadcasting and in media, and a lot of times you didn't get to be your true self because you were being what you were told to be.
Yes, yeah, pretty much.
And taking off the training wheels and taking off all the overlords above you saying, you can't do this, no, don't do that, getting rid of all that, creates a true show that actually represents you.
Yes, it does. And I think that this first episode is just kind of the finding the way, because it's a new experience, getting that freedom to kind of do whatever I want and show off my personality as me. So
I'm excited to see how it's going to grow.
yes, thank you. Me too. Because right now it's a little awkward, but I think there's a bit of magic to that. But I think it could be improved.
I always
with
tell you, I
time.
love awkwardness. It's real and it's genuine. You know what I mean?
It is.
Like, that's the one thing people never talk about with awkwardness. It's such a good gauge for the actual human being. Because if you're with someone who's never awkward, you know, it almost feels like they're putting on a bit, because everyone's awkward. That's what we do. Like, it just happens. It's part of life. So when no one ever has those awkward moments, like, what's your deal?
I think that was beautiful.
I don't know. Sometimes I just talk to talk. But
I like it.
I also was killing time. They call it dancing in the biz because I wanted to let everyone know. Now, we got a new color on here, so it's a little bit harder to see. What's that? Oh, you want... No, I was going to do... Yeah, okay. I got... Well, you're not doing it. I'm doing it now. You don't have to worry about this ever again. You want to do it? Okay, you can do the first one. If you have a business or an organization or a charity or something or someone that needs a push, that needs eyes on it, just let us know over at... Nice. Contact at dufferinave.com. You can send us emails telling us what you want at contact at dufferinave.com. It's harder to sing, so we like to use this one instead. Hit us up at dufferinave.com. I noticed we changed the colors back. We had them changed to the green before. It was tough to see. With the yellow, it's, hey, why'd you take it off? It just went off on its own. Dufferin.com. Let us know what you want us to do. You can even say, like, attention, Emily May, with these ideas.
Yes.
You can be the one, like, I love this. I'll see you at your spot.
Exactly.
It's hard for me to talk about without revealing
I know.
the big name, hey?
I know.
That's just going to make it all the more exciting tomorrow. So Not sure when we're going to launch that, but very excited. This is the host behind the show. Get to know her. She's going to be out and about. Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to say the name.
Yes,
but
out and about.
She's going to be doing great things, introducing herself to you and showing off what it is that you do.
Yes.
We're mature.
Yes, we're very mature.
We're not even going to laugh at that. We're just going to leave it as it is. Okay. Thank you very much, Emily.
Thank you so much, and
for,
thank
stopping
you.
by.
No, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this because I'm very excited. I'm very excited to showcase all the amazing businesses here, and I hope you're just as excited to follow us along on the journey. So thank you so much, and thank you, Gary.
I see a lot of myself in what you're doing. You know what I mean? And I always say, and I say this to Dragon too, like all the people that have come on board with this sort of dream that we have here, all I ever wanted was to have the opportunity that everyone's getting here. So every time I see someone that's very similar to me get an opportunity to do something really cool, it's like, yes, that's why we're here. It's like this guy, like everyone here. So thank you for allowing us to do that.
Thank you for allowing it to happen.
Hey, we're not playing thank you tennis out here.
we're
Compliment
not.
tennis. But I will say I'm very excited for what you're doing because it's going to be very, very cool.
Yes, thank you.
With that in mind, we now have a previously recorded segment, and we're going to check in with someone who we haven't checked in with in a while. Let's roll that one, Dragon. Look at this frickin', she's being hidden by
All the
our
movies?
tape. Yeah,
What
our
is it?
VHS tapes. That's football tape from the back in the day. Look at this dog.
I have one from Bible camp.
You and your Bible tape. A
know.
VHS tape?
Yes, I found it the other day. Me and Brad are going to try to watch it.
I'm very excited for this. If there's any highlights, let us know. We've already started, by the way. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
gonna be kicking it off. We're looking forward to Brooksie's Bible camp footage, which is going to be fantastic. We've missed you, young lady, from not just Wendy Brooks Media, but also the Past Our Bedtime podcast. Brooksie is in the house. Welcome back.
Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, it's been so long.
That was a pretty lame horn.
I know. I literally am recovering from like strep throat, ear infection, nose
You were
infection.
going through it, dude.
Yeah.
You had yourself a time.
Yeah, and then I finally started feeling better, and I tweaked my neck, and now I can't look that. That's as far as I can look. But I can look at you. You're on the right side, so the best side.
Tell everyone what happened to your neck.
I was just rolling around in bed. I'm just old. Like literally, that's all that happened.
You've reached the point
I-
where moving injures you. Welcome to the
Yeah.
squad.
I think it was from me being sick for like a week to 2 weeks, just laying in bed, like
Just weakened you.
literally dead. Yeah. So I did a bad thing. My doctor wasn't happy with me because as soon as I felt my throat starting to hurt, I had penicillin from the last time I had strep throat, which was like a year ago to
Oh,
this
you
date.
used your old penicillin.
And so I used old penicillin, and I'm so glad I did because last time I didn't, and I didn't go to the doctor for a week, and I was sick for 5 weeks, and I almost died. I was fainting. I had a fever of 108 for like 4 days straight. And so this time I was still pretty sick, but I didn't die and puke everywhere and faint in the doctor's office. So
We're happy that you made
Yeah.
it through this one.
I know. I think I'm
that's
a
good.
carrier of strep throat. You know, that's a thing.
I didn't.
Yeah,
like
it's
it's just
a
you
thing.
always have and you just give it to people.
Yeah, I think so because the symptoms is like you get strep throat without even being around anyone who's sick, or like because you just carry it, right? And something can trigger it, whether it's the cold, like, or whatever, because
Yeah.
usually the cold like
Activates it.
activates the
Ugh,
sickness. Yeah.
yuck.
So anyway, so I'm gross.
Okay, I'm just gonna,
Lucky I'm married already
gonna
before I found that out.
nudge my way over here a little bit.
We just can't share cups.
Okay, no cup sharing. We can do that. We got to be safe. Contamination zone. So we just have to treat you like you're constantly contaminated. Mm-hmm. Okay, good to know.
No, not really, but sure.
That's
I have cooties.
keep them to yourself, bro. Another thing we really like to do around here whenever Brooksie stops by is look back over the years of her updates on her Facebooking machine.
Yes.
And I do my Brooksie impersonations while I read them. It's a lot of fun. We
Mm-hmm.
have a laugh or two, and we get to look back at what you're up to all these years ago.
It's all these years ago, but all of this is from like the same day, like different
Every-
years, but the same
yeah.
day, and it was so many.
It's outrageous.
I
So
know.
without further ado, we're going to jump right into this because we got a bunch here, and it's a lot of fun. This first one, this is from 9 years ago, and this first one just says, "On my bucket list." That's all it says. Is there any context to this status?
Probably not. there's a potential that maybe I shared it with like a photo or a video and that got deleted.
You're probably maybe like riding on a horse or something.
Yeah, or like like bungee jumping or something crazy, because that's usually
Okay.
what I like. But
Okay.
also, I can see myself just posting that with no context at
Of
all,
course.
and only like a few people, like 2 people, would know what I was talking
Very
about.
insy.
Yeah, you have to be in my
Very
inner
insy.
circle to know what that
Yeah.
means, and I don't know what that means.
What if
anymore,
it was
so.
like an eating achievement? Like you ate a whole pizza for the first time?
No,
No?
no, my bucket lists are either travel or like pure adrenaline.
Okay, well, I get a lot of both of those things through eating, but he's snobby, I guess. The next one, from 9 years ago. Now we're getting into the meat. This is a great one. I'm trying to get the emotion. This is oozing with emotion.
Oozing.
Just watch a video that made me cry and never want to eat meat again. But wait, there's more. But meat is so good. So I might just have to cry every time I eat it. I'm sorry, animals.
Yeah, I literally became a vegetarian like right after that.
This was literally
That
the
was the
moment you switched.
That was, it wasn't the exact moment. It was like one of the things where I was like, okay, like I feel really bad eating meat. And then literally like a week or so after that, I think I watched the documentary Cowspiracy.
That's the one.
And
There it is.
that's the one that did it, because I was already kind of leaning towards it. So I cut out everything but fish for a bit, and then I cut out fish. But now I'm back on the fish train.
How
so
many times did you cry while eating meat before you made the change?
I didn't cry. I only cried after making the change. So there's been
Oh.
times like where a restaurant walks in and they give me meat, or like my dad will lie to me and feed me meat. He's so mean. But and then I'll cry. But at that time, I wasn't so into it yet, and it just like takes you a while to actually grasp what it is and what's happening, you know? Because your whole life
Absolutely.
you're like told one thing, and I just think I would never, like me personally, I would never be able to kill an animal with my bare hands, unless maybe
Yeah.
I was like severely like
Life or
about to
death.
die.
Life or death, yeah.
Potentially, but even then, I would cry the whole way through.
Yeah. I'm so sorry,
yeah.
but this has to happen. That's what I do when I kill maple bugs.
Yeah.
I feel so
Yeah,
bad.
he does do that.
I feel really
he
bad.
feels
so I feel
really
you.
bad about killing
I
any
feel
bug,
you.
really.
Yeah, I don't like killing. It's not cool. That got way too deep. That was way too heavy for what we're trying to do here. Let's get back on track.
Okay.
10 years ago. So this is 2014. Here's Brooksie with another update. Dear everyone who's been trying to get a hold of me,
Oh yeah, like 2 people.
my phone broke in Vancouver and I don't know when I'm getting it fixed or getting a new one. That's a little ironic. FB message me if you need me.
Facebook messaged me. What year is that?
That was 2014.
Yeah, I was in college, so I probably was like, well, how am I going to afford this? And I got real drunk in Vancouver with my friends, Bri and Kylie.
And you lost your phone.
Yeah, my friend Kylie is like an awesome pro DJ now. She's like,
Congratulations, Kylie.
yeah,
Good
she's
for
so
you.
cool.
That's very fun.
Yeah, and I just hung out with my friend Bria last week.
This is very cool. So the irony here is you just got a new phone.
I did get a new phone. That's funny.
And
I don't
we
have
talked
it,
about
but
before.
I got a new phone, so now everyone can't beat me about having no storage. I got
Finally.
so
It's
much
been a
storage
real
on
issue
this
in
new
all
phone.
of our lives, yes.
And also, I cracked my camera screen. And remember the one time I tried
Yeah.
to take a video of you and it was like, looked like a disco? The lights were all
pretty
weird.
cool, yeah.
Because I cracked my screen, so I couldn't zoom in or do anything fun or do slow motion.
Wendy Brooks Media is about to go to the next level.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
pumped for this.
I was taking photos of like a flower up close. This sounds kind of so lame, but
You can
it was
see
like
the organisms in there.
Yes,
and stuff. Yeah.
actually, it's such a
feel
good
ya.
phone.
Also, this is 11 years ago. It's going back to 2013. And you have a picture of yourself here, too.
This is a
Cute little Brooksy. Look at that.
this is
This is
me
really good.
updating my profile picture.
Okay. And with this beautiful picture of little Brooksy, it says, the only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday.
Oh, wow.
I can't even tease that one. That's deep. Bro. Why were you going so deep? Just because your picture was like just crushing it?
I think like I don't take photos without me like showing my full teeth a lot. So anytime I take like a serious photo, it's usually a serious caption.
Yes, I
So
can tell. That was
I
heavy.
probably have like 4 or 5 photos of me not fully
Where do
smiling.
you think you read this quote from?
I probably Googled it.
The only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday.
Or maybe I just thought of it. Just
We should
kidding.
make a little book of all your sweet sayings from these updates.
Most of them
we
are
could call
lyrics.
it Update Me with Brooksie. Oh, here we go. All right, 11 years ago again. This is a great one. Can't wait for Steve Aoki. Going to be the most fun.
It was.
The only question I have for you is, did you hit turbulence?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Can I tell you a really
Absolutely.
real good story
I
about
would be
Steve
mad
Aoki?
if you didn't.
So Steve Aoki, there's two stories I'm gonna tell right now. It was such a wild night that my friend went into the bathroom for the girls' bathroom lineup was so long. That was in English, but bear with me. The lineup at the girls' bathroom was so long that she decided to go into the guys' bathroom because there was no lineup to go to the bathroom,
Classic
right?
move, yeah.
When she came out, she got caught by one of the bouncers and she got kicked out. And this was
For
like,
going in a guy's bathroom that had no one in it?
yeah, well, there's probably some people in it, but like there's just no line. So anyway, she got kicked out. So she's calling me, right? I have a hair in my eye and I've been trying to like get it out this
Get
whole
it out,
time.
bro.
Anyway, so she's calling me because at this point we made friends with random people and we're in a VIP section. So that's where I was. And she was calling me. She's like, I got kicked out. And I was like, okay, well, I know the owner. I'm just going to go talk to him because I was like,
What a big deal you
no,
were.
it was not. I was so
Okay.
gross for hanging out at tequilas as much as I did. That's where it was. Tequila.
Hey, we don't shame no one.
It's bulldozed down for a reason.
It's a great drink.
Anyway, so I went to the manager and I was like, hey, like my best friend got kicked out, whatever. And he's like, what was she doing? I was like, oh, she just like went into the men's bathroom to go to the bathroom really quick. And he's like, no, it sounds like she's too drunk and she didn't know what bathroom to be in, so she needs to be kicked out. And I couldn't believe he was saying it to me. And we were like farther away from where the bouncer was watching and Amanda was standing at the door. So we weren't with each other. But I turned around and I walked back to the bouncer and I was like, he said she could come back in. And he's like, really? I was like,
No
yes.
way.
And he let her back in.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm serious. And so
No repercussions?
no, didn't get busted at all. We partied all the rest of the night. And then when I finally decided to go into like the Steve Aoki pit, he had thrown a bunch of cakes already because that's what Steve Aoki does. He throws cakes into the crowd. And I was like, I could go to the front now and not get cake.
I would have went to a Steve Aoki concert if I knew he was giving out cake.
Yeah.
I'd be like
He just-
jumping up in the
He
in the
busts
crowd
it in your face. He
catch 'em
just
in my mouth.
throws it.
He wouldn't have to bust it. I'd
Oh,
open.
man.
Hit me, Steve.
Yeah. Anyway, so I went
Sweet.
down there because I didn't want to get hit with the cake before. But as soon as I went down, he pulled out like a fourth cake. I was like, where is this guy getting so many cakes?
Now we're
And he
talking.
threw it right at me and my friend Amanda. And then he took my phone.
Hold on. Did he hit you?
Yeah. Cake everywhere. We're covered in cake.
Well done, Steve.
He took my phone to get a photo of us and like got a selfie. I still have it. But all you can see is him kind of. And everything else is full of cake all over my phone. So I'm not even in the photo because my photo's filled with cake. But anyway, so that was my Steve Aoki concert.
I can
so
picture
fun.
exactly how it would go if I was there. I'd be the guy on the floor just eating the cake.
Ew.
It's like, how come no one's eating this cake?
Sneaking behind the DJ thing, picking at it before he
You
throws
gotta
it.
finish that piece down there? Okay.
Like coming up, taking it out of my hair.
Oh yeah, I would be the cake monster for sure.
Yeah, I have a photo of me at the end. We're both sitting on the ground, just covered in cake, looking like gremlins.
So it was the most fun. You
Yeah,
weren't just joking.
it
Good for you.
was.
That one came to fruition. We got another one here. This is from 15 years ago now. 2009. Do you remember November 10th, 2009 at all?
No.
Well, you should because you posted. Wow. What a way to end a night. And then a sad face
Sad
with the
face?
colons and the parentheses. Yeah, you were very sad.
It's probably because of an ex-boyfriend. 100%.
Three boys.
What?
2009.
Yeah, 110% it was because of a boy. That was me in grade 9.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh
Jeez.
boy, literally.
Yeah, that's no good. These are so good. All right, also 15 years ago. So this is grade 9, grade 9 Brooksie. She had a little bit of a fall here.
Oh no.
Fell down the stairs holding baby Ronan.
Oh no.
Baby Ronan. Don't worry, he's okay. My ass broke the fall. I can even sit and I'm like crying. There were so many stairs. There's more parentheses and dots making sad faces.
Yeah, that honestly,
You fell down the stairs holding a child?
I was holding a baby, like a baby, and my sock slipped on the carpet.
Oh,
And it was kind of like, you know, when you're a kid and you go down on your butt?
yeah, boom, boom, boom.
That's
boom,
what it was like. And I just held him like this. So, and when we got to the bottom, he was fine until I asked him if he's okay. And then he started crying. But so anyway, he's like in grade 12 now, just finished his last senior football game, like has a beard on his chin. Like, he's way old now. So it's funny.
Does he think he remembers the time you made him cry when you threw him down the stairs?
No, but he definitely remembers one time he wanted to spin around on a chair really fast, like these kind of chairs. And I'm spinning him, and I'm filming it because he's giggling, like, you know, the little baby
Yeah.
giggles.
Oh,
He's probably like 2 or something,
That's
maybe
super
3.
cute.
He's giggling. And then I was like, put him down, and I was like, okay, run. And he started sprinting it, and I'm filming him, and he smoked his head on the wall.
Well,
and
yeah,
fell
he
over.
can. He's all dizzy.
And I was like, oh! And then the video ended. And I still have that
Whoops.
video. So I
a
show
fun
it to
one.
him every once in a while. And then we always make jokes that that's why he's the way
Good
he
for
is.
you. See, I'm always scared to hold babies because of stuff like that.
I
Like, in my brain's so overactive that I can envision like 20 different ways I could drop a baby. So I just like refuse to hold
well,
like newborn
a baby
children
has
'cause
to
I'm
be
so
able
scared.
to hold its neck before I'll hold it. Because
Yeah.
babies younger, like smaller than that,
So fragile.
crazy.
Also, 15 years ago on this day, your friend Kiera posted something saying, LOVE is just another word I'll never learn to pronounce. And there's another, oh, it's a happy face. She's got her parentheses and her
Yeah.
colons backwards. So I guess that's just smiling.
Oh, can I see that one?
Yeah, is that from like a song or something?
Okay, yeah. So back in the day for Facebook, you can make like these weird note things and send them to your friends, and you would fill them out, and then somebody would copy and paste it and then post it and fill it out for them. So that's what that was. You didn't
Sounds
see
like
the whole thing.
Worst time.
It was. I never actually did it. I just like got a lot of them sent to me. It's like anytime you were in one, you'd get tagged in it, basically.
And then you'd have to post your response.
I would just comment on their thing, being like, "Aw, I'm so glad you think I love spaghetti," or something.
I do.
It's like, yeah, some of them would be weird, like,
Spaghetti.
which friend likes this? Which friend would do that? Which friend, you know? And
Yeah,
then they just
okay. I
fill
think
them
I've
out.
seen those things.
Yeah, so fun.
You know, out of all the things you can do on the internet, that's got to be one of the funnest. Filling out a form that all your other friends filled out, but you do it differently because you're funny.
Because you're funny.
That's it. And Marge, you're right down there. Hey.
She's licking away.
Yeah, you're going to have the worst sneezies.
I have the
there
worst
she goes.
sneezies. I haven't sneezed yet today, but you can kind of hear it still in my voice and like in my nose.
Lingering.
It's still lingering.
I've had the sniffles for like 3 weeks now, so I can't judge at all.
Oh,
Like,
I-
I hate. I have
yeah.
to like lean back to sniffle because my stupid nose likes to
I
run.
always have the
Ugh.
sniffles too, but
Stuff.
this is like congestion, like in here. Just,
Nasal congestion.
yeah. Guess what I did?
What'd you do?
I watched, well, I think I already told you, but Ethan told me to go to Smile 2 in the movie theater.
No,
And I did,
no.
and it was super scary. And at the VMAs, they had actresses standing.
VMAs are Video Music Awards, by the way.
Yeah, they had actresses standing doing the creepy smile, like,
Is that what it looks like?
Yeah,
Do that again. So that's how we
You know what?
know.
I look so gross.
Hold on. So that's how we know, because Dragon was explaining this to us. That's how you know that you're possessed by the demon, is when you're smiling.
Yeah, so they had actresses in like at the VMAs that were
Why?
near the camera,
No.
and they stood there the whole time smiling like that.
For the whole show?
Yeah, and I told Brad,
silly.
and Brad's like, you know what? They actually did that for Smile, the first one, had people at baseball games behind the dugouts doing it for entire baseball games.
How
To be
bad
on
would
the
your
TV.
face hurt, bro?
I don't know, but they probably got paid so
Sitting
much.
there
But how good is that marketing? That's genius. It is genius. It's exactly like the movie. So
I guess
creepy.
if you're into scary movies, that would be a cool thing.
That was my first time. I love scary movies. That was my first time doing one in the theater, and it was terrifying.
So you're saying Dragon was right. You got to go see it.
Yeah, and
I'm never
people-
going to.
I was
obviously,
like
but if you
screaming.
like scary.
Yeah, people were laughing at me. That's why make it
You
a
were the
little less scary
classic,
for you.
yeah. I see. I would be able to see it if there was some giggling all the time, because
Yeah.
it would make me feel
Yeah,
less
I would
scared.
scream and then giggle.
No.
And I brought a blanket,
No.
but it was like had holes in it, so I couldn't even cover my face because I could still see. Could have just closed my eyes.
Is there lots of
but-
people in there?
in the theater?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
Really?
Yeah. So
Smile too.
Smile 2 is good. If you like scary movies, go check it out.
Oh,
creepy. So
no,
creepy.
I don't like that at all. Well, what's going on in your world? What's going on with the Past Our Bedtime podcast?
Past our bedtime. Took a break because I was sick. So sick. And Cora's a little
Busy,
tired.
busy,
and
busy.
She's renovating.
We still
a
got
bunch
all of
her
her.
house.
Yeah, we still got all of her decorations here.
Yeah. So we took a little break, but we have an episode for this coming up Monday.
Ooh, what did we do it on?
High school parties.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I've been thinking of potentially taking out some of the stories I put in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Because like sometimes I'm a savage and I just throw like, I either have to beep out people's names or just take it all out all
Well,
together.
like just looking back, high school parties, man, like they don't do those anymore. You know what I mean? Like those
No.
don't exist the way
No.
we had them. Like you weren't at a good house party until someone had a pound of butter in the microwave and like a pet in the fucking dishwasher.
Yeah, some friends
know?
sleeping in the freezer. I don't know.
Not fun. I remember there's been numerous times where I'd be like, you guys can't be doing like, what's wrong with you?
I know.
And I'd be the responsible one who's like a bottle of whiskey deep. Like, you can't just be putting eggs in a microwave like this. They're going to explode. As they're exploding, it's like, see, look at this.
Yeah.
And like
yes.
people just trashing it, like
Or,
pouring
like-
beers on thermostats and
Yeah,
stuff. Like
one
just
time I had a
destructive,
party
brutal
and there
stuff.
was goldfish at the end of the night all over the floor, covering the whole floor, and people were stepping on them. Like you
That'd be
couldn't even see
soothing.
the color of the floor anymore. And I thought I was sneaky and cleaned it out because it was at my dad's house. And then
Whoops.
weeks later, it was like I moved the couch, and there was like thousands of goldfish under the couch. I was like, oh dang, I almost got away with it.
No, that's where you say, well, how the hell did that happen, Dad? That's
Oh,
weird.
well,
Were you
he
guys
said I
eating
could-
goldfish?
Yeah, he said I could have a couple friends over, but they were like, everyone at the party was like trying to throw and catch them in their
Oh, yeah.
mouth. Yeah.
Always happens with goldfish. That's what you do.
I know.
Our buddy Coach Mazer, he says he's never missed a throw to the mouth. If it's like within the vicinity, if it's a decent throw, he always catches it.
I'm gonna take him up on that next time I see him.
We should do a show where we just pepper him and see how many he does.
Oh, he catches it.
Yeah.
I thought you meant he never misses somebody else's mouth.
No, he gave me numerous sass, an enormous amount of sass because my throwing isn't very good sideways. 'Cause I'm trying to throw him sideways.
Yeah.
And he was just getting angrier and angrier because my throw was really hitting the garage door and stuff.
He's like, come on, I can do this.
Just in the vicinity. That's all he wants. But
this
I
is your
couldn't do
fault.
it. Yeah, which is fair.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So we got an episode about house parties.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, Hardcore would have probably had a bunch from her hardcore days.
Cora has the craziest story about her own party she had once. Like, because when she had her parties, they didn't really have cell phones. So
Yeah.
I'm going to tell a little clip it. But basically, she made invites, like 100 invites, and tossed them down the stairs at her school, and they all floated down the stairs.
It's like TV. That's like Degrassi, bro.
Yeah.
It's like Joey Jeremiah getting
Yeah.
ready for a big party.
It was so big that she went to go get gas on the way. It was a farm party. She went to go get gas, and Cora asked the person at the gas station, "What are you doing tonight?" And then he said, "I'm going to some party, some Cora Fisher girls
What?
having a party." And she's like, "Cool." She didn't say it was hers.
Maybe I'll see you later.
Just some random town on the way there. Anyways, it was huge. That's a crazy story. So you got to tune into that one. That was like
I feel like
wild.
there's a good show, like not just for you guys. We could do a good show here on just house party stories.
House party, and then make all the Gen X's so jealous that they can't party like we used to.
Well, I think they wouldn't care because obviously if they wanted to, they would.
I don't know.
Society's
I guess.
changed, man.
I
Kids
mean,
can't just throw house parties.
Maybe it's good that they're not destroying their livers and their mental health, but
And the properties that they're in whilst partying.
that too. Lots of
Like,
holes in the
cool.
walls.
Yeah.
Lots of things
I've
going
seen
on.
a lot. Like, I know it sounds so cliche, but I've seen a lot of shit, man,
Yeah.
over the years.
I feel
and
like you've probably been to some crazy parties.
we were lucky. Like back in the day, the Aiden Bowman and crew. Like I rolled. See, I was one of those guys that never. Like, I didn't want to make enemies. I was always nice to everybody.
Yeah.
So I always, I would basically treat people how I'd like to be treated. It's like the golden rule, and it's gotten me this far, and it's been very well. So I would like go to a party with the jocks, and then like the nerds would show up, like, oh, my boys, and then like there would be like fights I'd have to break up in between my crews, and like numerous times I'd be in the middle of a party, standing between two of my like good friends that are about to throw. I'm like, well, if you guys are gonna do this, you gotta go through me. And numerous times I get punched in the face.
Oh man.
But we'd break it up. But the point being that Aiden Bowman would never host the parties. We'd always just go to like the Murray parties. We'd go to the Cross parties. We'd go to the West Side parties. We'd go everywhere because everyone just sort of expected us to be there because we were the life of the party.
Yeah.
So with that mentality, I've seen a lot, again, of things. And maybe that'll be a good show that we might have to get
I
into.
feel like that too. Like for me, like at Bedford, there were so many people that could have parties. So it was always us having parties and people like
Those are the ones who
coming
show
to
up
them.
at. Yeah.
And there's only been a few times like that we went to random parties. I don't even know how we found out about them, but I went to a mansion party once outside of the city. Like
Nice.
this house was so huge, but I only got to stay there for like half hour, and then my sister accidentally put a lit cigarette in my eye and I had to go to emergency. But like that was like the one party
Accidentally.
I tapped her on the shoulder while she was smoking and she turned around. I was like, she's really tall.
Off to the hospital.
I know. I actually burned like 4 layers of my retina and I couldn't go to work for 3 weeks. I had to wear reading glasses.
It's the price
And
of partying, dude.
I had to sit in the dark in the hospital for 4 hours because the eye doctor specialist was doing surgery on someone who got a lit firework in his eye at a different party that same night. Or maybe the same party. I don't know. But
See? That's what I'm saying, man.
yeah, crazy.
Parties.
I know. Like,
Parties.
this eye doctor is like, why is everyone going here after
You know, we
partying?"
could make like a commandments of what made a good party, and I think one of the rules would be someone went to the hospital.
Yeah.
That'd
Well,
be one of them. Something blew up in the microwave. Someone went to the hospital.
or like lots of the times, like, hey, when I got the smoke in my eye, I didn't go to the hospital actually right away. I went home and tried to sleep it off. Or like one time I cut my forehead open so bad, I still have the scar right at my hairline, and I
Nice.
was bleeding for hours and hours, looked like a scary
Carrie
movie
from the movie.
person.
Carrie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And still didn't go to the hospital, just tried to sleep it off, had a huge concussion. Yeah, like one time they pushed me down this huge hill in a shopping cart and I rolled out of it and I was covered in bruises and scratches from head to toe.
And that was just
No
That's what we
hospital.
did. Like,
I know.
like no one would question. It's
So
like, yeah, so was it sweet? It's like, yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy the things I did.
Okay.
If I wasn't doing crazy stuff, I was crying though. So I was one of those girls.
No in between.
Yeah, no fun was had, just hurt and sadness while partying. But they make for good stories now.
I tell you all the time. We wouldn't have these moments without your incredible updates.
Yeah.
They're like little time capsules of how you became this
I
mogul of media.
I
That
know.
media being social media, the mogul part being Wendy Brooks Media, also the co-host of the Pastor Bedtime podcast. Thank you so much for stopping by, young lady. I always appreciate it. And we'll see you again very soon.
Yes, so glad to be back.
It's always a great time when Brooksie stops by. And be sure to check out the latest episode of the Past Our Bedtime podcast as we're halfway through the Thursday edition of your show here on YouTube. The only live show from 4 to 5 p.m. in Saskatoon, Monday to Friday, that we know of so far. And so damn proud to be able to say that. One day we're not going to be able to. One day people are going to catch on that this is where everyone else is going. And once that happens, we'll be the first show to go live 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. Very excited for that day to come. Hey, look at new viewing room every Tuesday. I did hear the door open. That tells me that only one thing can be happening right now. And that one thing being we are in the presence of royalty. A man, a prince, a king, a queen, a princess even. That is my man right there as he's making his way. And our final guest for the day, you know him as the star and creator of Uncle Gramma's Story Time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Uncle Gramma. Woo! There he is.
It's bright. Why is it? Is it always this bright?
This is what it's like when it's live. It's the live bright.
It's brighter when it's live.
It's the exact same. It just feels brighter. Oh, because there's a sense of anything can happen. It reminds me of a song. This moment right now, a song that goes, "Walk right in, sit right down, Grandma,
Yeah.
let your hair hang down." And it's like everybody's talking about a new way of walking. I don't know any more of the words. You're the music guy.
I'm not. I don't. I'm not a lyrics guy.
I just drum, bro. This is my dude. This is my guy.
I
love him so damn much.
I like misheard lyrics. I like the
you're
ones
one of
that I
those
hear in
guys.
my head, and not the ones that are real.
You're like one of those people that just thinks their lyrics are better than the real ones, so you just
They
use your
are
own?
better. They're funnier.
That's fair.
It's usually about butts, farts, poop, crap.
All the important things in life.
That's what I hear. Selective hearing.
Dude, I haven't seen you since your birthday. Happy birthday again to you. How was Nashville?
It's awesome.
He's got stuff. Look at this. He's already ready to go. So we are recording the newest episode right after this very show of Uncle Gramma's Storytime. And he's got a bag full of stuff. Oh, what's this? He's got a towel. Is that for the Preds game?
I got you a new life towel.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, one of our first mementos. This is from the birthday game that went down. Oilers versus the Predators.
Yeah.
And we got what are they called? They're not terrible towels unless they're in Pittsburgh, right?
Right. Actually, that one was from
Smashville.
everything's Smashville. That one was from the Colorado
Predators
Oh, yeah,
game.
he went to 2 games.
Yeah.
Sorry. 2 games.
Yeah.
Well, this is fun. Where should we hang it?
Wherever you want, man.
You know what? I think it might be pretty good just on the backdrop.
It's
We're gonna slowly start
it's your
going.
new hype towel.
I love it. Yeah, and we got old hype towel there. We're going to have to set up the stage again. I noticed last episode we didn't have our hat and our hype towel up there.
No. So I got
He's got all the gifts.
I got
Look
you a
at this.
koozie
Oh!
and
Look at the gifts.
and a nice little stress ball. Well, I don't know.
Stress puck.
They kept saying it was a stress puck because they're the worst team in the league. So whenever they get scored on, everyone
Those
can
things just get demolished, Going through them like candies. That's
Yeah.
freaking awesome.
And they
Well,
beat
thank
the
you very
Avalanche,
much.
so I
Look at all
use that a
these
lot.
Gifts. God, I love it. All right, well, this is definitely, these things need to find a place.
It was pretty cool. Like I don't know what it's like in every other NHL arena. I know NHL arenas across
Was this
the
your first
border.
one?
I've been to one. Like I've been to I think 2 games in Montreal.
Mm.
Habs and Lightning both times. And they were
different
like
years?
they were like 8 or 10 years apart.
It's pretty crazy.
Just happened to be the Lightning again.
Please tell me the Habs lost.
Think it was 1-1. Yeah.
No, you just say they lost. 'cause
No,
they're the worst.
I know the one time that they lost because we were young kids. We were like 15 years old. I was there for a national badminton tournament.
Get out of here. You went to Natty's, bro?
I went to Natty's for the province
Come
of
on.
Saskatchewan.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was fun. I was like
Dude.
15.
I thought I was cool. I went to provincials for doubles with my buddy Matt Rosenberg. Shout out to Rosie.
No way.
Yeah, we went to provincials for doubles, and I thought that was cool. You went to Natty's, bro.
So what? Which year did you go? Because I
That would have been grade
would've-
12, so 99, 2000.
I didn't go to regular
You would have tuned it, so we got destroyed.
people's like school provincials. I didn't go in grade 12 out of like
Because you weren't in school?
I had some weird thing going on at school, and they told me that I couldn't go to provincials if I didn't start showing up to class.
Funny how that works, eh?
Yeah, so I said,
Just like in college.
well, I
man.
guess I'm not going to provincials then.
Solves that question pretty quick.
Yeah, that was a bad decision. But
Well, hey, at least, you know.
well,
The
there's
moral of
something.
the story is you play badminton.
It was kind of fun at the time, and I got to go to Montreal. Got to go to a lot of cool places, but that was a thing where all the dads took out all the boys, like the chaperones, I guess, took us out to a hockey game.
It's like
And then
It's
when
a
they
hockey night.
when
It's
they
like a hockey night.
lost,
Yeah.
they're just like, let's go, because like they get angry.
yeah.
It's a pretty rabid fan base there.
And I think that's not just with hockey. I think that's with most things.
I think because I was there for
Very
an
passionate
Alouettes
town.
game one time and
Yeah.
they lost, and that was the same thing. Going on the metro is just like, this is kind of dangerous.
It's a
Like,
lot of passion.
yeah, don't tell anybody you're a Rough Rider fan.
Go out.
Yeah, but it was kind of like that in Nashville. Like they're obviously one of the best teams currently, 2024-25 season, one of the best teams on paper, and literally the worst team in the league. And they have such a cool vibe in that arena. Like I said, I don't know what it's like everywhere else, but I don't think I've been to a hockey game where there was so much crowd interaction and everyone knew it like church. Like they
You know when to cheer. And
you know
when
when you
to
go
say
to
this
church
and
when
that.
you're a kid, and like I still don't know what people say when it is
They go like this. They
one
go-
guy says a thing and you say something back, and it's like I don't know what any of those things are.
I can tell you. Take, eat. For this is my body, which was given for you in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Yeah, and everyone's supposed to say something. Anyway, it was like everything that happened, everyone in the crowd had a whole like rebuttal for, coming after the opposing team, which you can't hear on the broadcast. But like, so that's why I was wondering if this happens everywhere. But
I can tell you. Straight. Was there more to that? Like, was there a
well,
different?
like it was for literally everything, for penalties for and against, goals for and against. They would rip on the coaches. That somebody would just say something, and then everyone would rip the coach's name. You'd rip the goalie's name when he gets scored on. So like the opposing goalie, like after their whole like "you suck" thing,
yeah.
they would do this whole thing where it was they'd rip on the goalie, so it was like Skinner, you suck. It's all your fault.
Yeah.
It's all your. It was like everywhere you go, everyone knows this stuff, and like every time the Oilers scored or every time the Avalanche scored, me and my girlfriend would be just go.
Just jokes. Straight face.
Because like everyone's pretty rabid fan base, and we felt very out of place, but it
Yeah,
was still
I can-
super fun. I can see why other teams love playing there. It is an exciting place to be.
Smashville.
So
I can tell you, as a guy who recently did PA announcing for the Saskatchewan Rush,
cool.
they tell you these things and they try them out. So one of them, they wanted to get one.
It's like at a Rush
starter.
game. Totally.
Yeah,
That was the closest
and
thing I've been.
So when a guy would get a penalty, I'd say, "Hey, whatever the guy's name is, it's time for you too," and then the whole crowd would say, "Cool off."
Oh,
That was
yeah,
one of the
yeah, yeah.
things. There was another one where they wanted it to be like, you say the other person's name, and then the crowd's supposed to say that, well, like, "You suck" type of thing.
Yeah.
Didn't catch on very well. Most of the things I did as a PA announcer didn't catch on very well because I was horrible at it, and I'm more than happy to admit it. It's way more than I could have ever imagined.
Yeah.
Very hard job to do,
I bet.
especially when you're trying over and over again. You have people in both ears, like two different feeds coming in, and they're all saying to you, "You got to get this crowd going. Come on, get the crowd going." Because they're losing by like 7 or 8, and it falls on me. So I'm saying this and that, and I'm trying everything in the books until I finally said it into the mic, like not over the arena, but to all the 3 different people that are directing.
Yeah.
Said, "Just tell me what to say. I don't care what it is. Just tell me what to say."
If you're
'Cause
going to
done.
be in
I'm
my
out.
ear.
Yeah, like I'm out. I have nothing left. So they would give me all these different lines. One of them was like a very like borderline thing to say, and I got in some trouble for it. Then the owners found like there's all sorts of stuff in there, but to have it work at that level, that's what it's supposed to be like. The level we had at the home of the Neon Flamingos, the SaskTel Center, it was a little bit less
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the people picking up the cues because one, dumbass is on the microphone, and two, you had a team that wasn't winning lots, so people couldn't really get behind all the cheering.
Yeah. That is literally
happened.
like a
Yeah.
or like from an MC's perspective, it's like I get it, but that is a musician's hell.
It's, man,
Like if you had like a manager, like a bar manager, say, or a bartender, or wherever
over
it is
your
that you're
shoulder.
playing, and just talking in your ears, like, "Hey man, you got to play, House of the Rising Sun, or else these people are
They're
going to take
leaving.
off." It's
They're
like,
leaving.
man, that would just be so annoying, and that would
The
be
one
worst.
saving grace that I always had, like my buddy Gavin, he's not there anymore, but he was my go-to guy. He was the director. He'd be telling me all these things, but I had my buddy Curtis Anderson, author,
Yeah.
so many more. Family member here had his birthday yesterday. He wrote Space Mountain on his birthday. Just like Nature Boy Ric Flair. Very exciting. He's in Disneyland for his birthday. which is
No
very cool.
way.
But he was another one of the guys that was in my ears. So whenever everyone would be like, "Oh, Gary, do this, that," he'd always just pipe up and be like, "Hey, remember when like NWO told everyone to suck it?" And then I just like everything would be all there, like, "Oh, Curdy, thanks, buddy. I needed that." Like he'd always have those little chirps in.
Yeah, but he knows
is
how
very
to
good.
talk to you, and
Exactly.
Now
He
that's a
kept my
good
sanity. Yeah.
good manager of
He's a great
sorts.
glue guy. Love me some Curtis Anderson. As we're hanging out with Uncle Gramma, this isn't story time. We are recording a new episode of that right after the show.
This is your show.
This is your. Yeah, you're not used to the cameras, hey? Like the 3 cameras.
I
Normally
like-
we just do the 1 camera.
I like them.
Yeah, you can see all the switcherinos that Dragon pulls out there. Look at that. That's a good one.
Hey.
Have you learned how to do the fancy ones yet? Can you do the side swipes and all that? Let's see what kind. Well, that was a little bit of a dissolve.
There's a Maggie cam. Good thing I don't have.
Yeah. Oh, there's a good dissolve. Well done, Dragon.
Like
yeah,
you
we
can
have
do
to
like
tell
the
people
basic instinct thing underneath the
no
table.
upskirts. Yeah, we have to make sure people are very aware. That's why we only use it right off the start, and we make sure if like anyone's there, we tell them like, just so you know, the camera's going here, so you gotta like turn your way out.
Neat.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're testing out all of our different
White.
ways of
What?
switching the
White.
cameras. Let's see it, Dragon. Come on. That was no. What? Those
Ooh.
aren't swipes. You say wipes? Yeah. Well, those are just.
Yeah.
There we are.
Hey.
All right. That is so
Technology.
cool.
It's
Yeah,
super.
so-
Like dangle a carrot in front of both of us. I'm pretty sure.
We get
we'll be-
excited.
Yeah.
If you're wondering what kind of show this guy does, it's basically what we've just been doing. He's been on the road his entire life, and he just shares the stories from the road, and we incorporate the people from the different bands involved into the stories. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, we're getting into it
We
today
got a
too.
big one today. I don't know. Do you want to tease at all?
I
Do you wanna-
can't. I
this
really
is that.
can't.
Yep, that's fair. He
It-
wouldn't even tell me who's coming in. He says, "I got a guy who I'm trying to get for a long time." All of the perfect storms have come together to create this incredible thing we're about to do.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, but that's I got to leave it at that. There's other.
Of course, no, that's all.
I got other stuff coming down the pipe here, and this is starting to get pretty exciting. And thank you for giving me a platform to
This is it, man.
tell
This is the
stories,
dream.
or like what's going to happen more in the future is more like, I guess I want to say advertising, but it's more just helping out an extra buddy or two. Here's their cool band, or here's somebody I met a long time ago, or here's a a business of a guy who I used to, play in a band with or whatever, and he owns a business. Like, there's going to be so many weird little tie-ins here and there with my silly life. I just seem to be in the middle of a lot of stuff.
Yes.
So if I kind of
great way
pay
of putting it.
attention like an owl, I'm always kind of logging new things. And sometimes it's interesting. Hopefully people find it interesting. I think I have had a bit of feedback from friends.
Nice.
And, there are people out there that I don't know that have been watching it, which is pretty cool. It's interesting for me. But
It's fun to create, and then that's the hard part, is the creation process. The fun part comes now when it grows, and you add to what you've created. All the groundwork is done, and now we can move forward and try to chase that vision that you have.
yeah, and there's a lot, like I said, a lot coming down the pipe. There's all the bands that I play with currently all have shows happening and tours that are being booked. And one of the bands that I play with from Saskatoon called Funk Joint,
Hell yeah!
I believe we're going to be coming in here or something. I don't
Hall.
know.
You guys are doing 3 Hall
We're
soon.
playing 3 Hall
Hell
on
yeah.
November 30th.
So it'll be last week of November you'll be coming through.
I guess.
Yeah,
And
come in here. We just had Rylan
cool.
and Rebecca in here yesterday.
okay.
They got it this weekend. And then there's one between them, there's you guys.
Like pistol whips, Ryan?
Yeah, our boy Ron
Oh,
Schultz.
wow.
Yeah.
No
Because
way.
they're playing.
They're playing there this
Lit
weekend?
Cigarettes is playing this Saturday at 3 Hall. Yeah.
That's nice. Very
Yeah.
cool to hear. That's awesome. Great. Good for him. Got something new going.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
great.
And this and all these little things. And I tried to explain it to you before. Since we started this sort of joint venture with Bloom Entertainment and 3 Hall Public House, I've met all the musicians in town. Like, they all come here and they all say the same thing. Like, this is so cool what you're doing. I'm like, it's not
Yes.
what I'm doing. It's what we're doing, you guys. We have to remember that. This isn't me. None of this is me. This is an us thing.
Yes.
When
and
you
that
come in here,
makes it
this
feel
is-
comfortable.
And that's it. Like, this is, you said it perfectly. This is a platform. This is a stage for you to promote what you're doing.
Yeah.
And we had Emily May, who is another member of this team, family member. Her new show is debuting tomorrow.
Cool.
And I just told her, mere like 45 minutes ago.
Oh, she was the one
She
that
was
was
just
on in the front
kicked it
half.
off, yeah.
Nice.
And I told her, this is what I've always wanted to do. Because I've been through it all. I've done it all. I'm an old guy now. I've tried to live a normal life, and it's come and gone. I've had like 3 good chances, and I realized, okay, well, it's not for me. So what else can I do? And all I want to do is give people the opportunity that I never had.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, she's like a super young gal. She was doing reporting. Wasn't for her, but she still wanted to stay in that sort of creative lane. Like, I remember being that exact person.
Yeah.
So to see her have her own show now and chasing her dream, to see Dragon, he's got his own show with LB. Like, who would have thought? They're like 18 and 19 years old. And they've
Yeah.
got their own show, and they're running a content creation studio. Like, to give people these opportunities to chase their dreams, that's money to me. That's what I want to be rich in. And
Yes.
to see a guy like you take the reins and chase it, it's just another example. Like, I freaking love what's happening here.
So I don't know if there is like a broadcasting school. I guess there would be broadcasting schools, right?
Dude.
And like, look at you. There you go.
That's my
Like,
pass.
this is almost your unselfish way
WABC.
of being like a broadcasting professor in a way. Like, you're teaching a lot of other people, but learning from them at the same time.
And that's
Like-
the sweet spot.
There is no real teachers. Yes, we love teachers, support the teachers, all that other stuff. But I'm saying for more of like from the art perspective, if you're not a student first, then like it's kind of hard to learn from you when
Oh,
you're
yeah.
being you're telling people. You shouldn't tell people what to do when it comes to art. Like, it just things
Very
happen
upset.
more naturally when you learn consistently and maybe learn in front of someone else. Maybe
Yeah.
they can take inspiration from that and whatnot. Like, because I teach drums as well.
Yes, you do.
And that's the first thing that I try and get out of the way. Maybe it's because it's self-deprecating, but I always say I'm not a drum teacher. I just happen to have been doing this a lot longer than you have, and I can show you where I made mistakes.
That's the one. Yes.
Like, and if I can help you you have to make your own mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
But if I can direct you in a direction where you can kind of like bypass certain frustrations.
Cool.
It's like you can't teach somebody how to walk, but you'd naturally start doing it. So if you can try and get rid of those misconceptions in your brain, like, oh, I can't do this. Me being next to you while you're practicing, encouraging you to get past those frustrations. Well, I can't do this. This sucks. I suck. Maybe I should just not do this. Like, that's what I'm there for. Like, because the art, the mechanics of drumming, the musicality of all of it, like, there's so much information on the internet, and there's so much information out there that people can use to learn that craft. But if you choose to, like, have a teacher, I think it's more important to be there for encouragement and
The shaping, the forming.
yeah, just
of what it's gonna
another
look like.
voice on the other
Yeah.
side of being like, yeah, I've been through that, and you're doing real good. Like, or, you know, maybe try and do this way so you don't get so frustrated. Or, like, I don't know. I find it very overwhelmingly selfish at the end of a lesson, because, like, I've learned so much from watching somebody else learn.
Yeah.
And then I learn, and it just never ends. It's such a, like, it seems like it's selfish, but it's not, because you're showing somebody else something new.
That's it. And I've with this family that we have, like, just teaching alone. Like, I'm thinking of starting like a playlist on the network,
That's a great idea.
just teaching, because we got like Matt from Ontario.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to my sweet beautiful prince, Matt from all the bands. Noel, my brother, also teaches. They both teach online. You teach drumming. Like, we can have a full on like teaching school here at the Dufferin Avenue Media Network. Just bring all of our guys together and just start promoting the hell out of you guys.
I thought you meant playlist, like, of all the musicians and the bands that are connected to it, and the artists that keep coming in here that play for the 3 Hall and do other stuff like
We can
that.
do that too.
Make a Spotify playlist
Yeah.
that's
That
here's all the
showcases
people.
and what they're doing.
Yeah, and people can access that, or somebody can just do that on their own. Watch all the shows.
What I'm
Pick
hearing
out all
right
the
now,
bands. Do it yourself.
What I'm hearing this very second is that we need like sort of a music section, like a music category
That's
within
in-
our Dufferin Avenue Media Network. as
That's
a whole.
media.
Yeah. Like, there should be a place where people can go to learn how to play drums, learn how to play guitar, and to promote their music.
And
So
listen to
that's gonna be an
local
issue. We're gonna do
artists,
this, yeah.
local musicians, local
we'll have
everything.
to work that one out. I'm not sure how it's going to look, but I really like that idea.
I bet it would sound really good.
Yeah. Well, don't get me started on our super group we're starting here
Oh,
at the Dufferin Avenue Media Network. We were also talking with Matt from all the bands about our first Dufferin Avenue Media Network Presents concert, which will be at a place with his bands, maybe some of your bands, maybe debuts of some new songs that have been created in this very studio. But we're looking within the next sort of 6 months or so of putting on
I like
an
that a lot.
actual show.
I like that a
We
lot.
have too many musicians here not to, start using them to our advantage.
Yeah,
Like,
Well,
there's just way too much good stuff.
it is very, very cool.
Yeah.
Where are we at here?
I'm about to start our countdown.
Oh, all right.
So, without further ado, Dragon, you ready? Count me in, buddy, for the countdown. Nice. There we go. Now Frankie's fingers is playing, so now the piano's going. Oh, okay. You want me to put it in? Let's see what we got here. As we look to call it another day. A lot of fun people run through it. It is not that one.
I like that song.
It's also very, it's Frankie's fingers. It's Trasky's grandpa.
Awesome.
Yeah, he plays a piano outro for us.
Awesome.
Yeah, you don't got the magic touch like LB. Sorry. I just meant for receiver wise. He's got a special way of using the transmitter. What a great show today. Man, it went by quick. Thank you to Dragon on the ones and twos. Dragon Trump in there doing his thing. As well, thank you to Emily May for stopping by and kicking off the show. Her new show debuting tomorrow, I believe. It's going to be right after the live version of your show. So be tuned in for that. New episode of All That Eggs podcast dropping today. New episode of One Bad podcast dropping tomorrow. New episode of The Viewing Room. Hey, that's Dragon's show every Tuesday. Yesterday, new episode of the Africa podcast, as well as a new episode of Slice by Slice with Asher. I think we've gotten to the point now where we can't just name off all the new episodes. The roster has filled up enough because Sundays as well. We gotta get a banner for you. All the other shows have a banner. Why don't you have a banner? We're gonna make a Uncle Grandma story time now.
Yeah, I got to get more.
Sundays at 7 unless I fall asleep. I took a nice nap on the couch And I woke up, I was all rested, feeling good, and I got a text from Grandma. Hey, you gonna post that thing today? I thought I'd take care of it, pass it along for her to be like, oh my God, no! I fell asleep! It's like Seinfeld, hey? He falls asleep, and then the guy doesn't make it to the marathon. So thank you for being patient with that. Sundays at 7 p.m. is when new episodes drop, as long as I am awake. As well, thank you to Brooksie for coming in and stopping by and letting me beat her up a couple times on Super Smash Bros. That was pretty sweet. And thanks to you, my friend.
Hey, thanks
coming
for
in,
having me.
hitting the live show up. This is your first appearance on the live show, right?
I guess, yeah.
It is, yeah. We played a bunch of pre-tapes with you, but this is your first time. So thank you to Uncle Grandma.
Thanks
We're
for
going to head on over. Well, I guess we're not going to move at all, but we're going to switch to recording and new episode of Uncle Grandma's Story Time coming up right away. Remember, karma's very real. Do good things and they'll start happening to you. I promise you, all right? You take care and have a great rest of your Thursday night.